What does the wardrobe of a concierge consist of?
We had to wear huge sunglasses that covered up half our faces, and long red robes and a bellman's hat. This is so that no one would know who we were because we are wanted by the Daily Punctilio.
While performing your duties as a concierge, you ended up discovering that Sir and Charles were staying at the Hotel de Nemours. At what other point in your life did you meet Sir and Charles?
Well, when me and my siblings were working at the miserable mill, we had to work in a lumber processing room, and Sir and Charles were our bosses. That wasn't a pretty time in our life. But now, when I'm working at Hotel de Nemours as a concierge, I was lucky enough to have them to be in our job. So I led them down to the spa, and I overheard their conversation. And then they made me hang bird paper on the shutters of the window from orders of Frank and Ernest.
What number did you find on the doors of the elevator?
Me and my siblings found the number 118 on the doors to the elevator. We found this very strange. We found this strange because not only is the Hotel de Nemours on a weird angle, but it is configured by the Dewey Decimal Library System, which means every door has a number. And 118 stands for force and energy, which is pulling, which is elevators, and that's why they are 118.
What is La Forza del Destino?
La Forza del Destino is an opera that my parents saw the last night that they were alive. Throughout the recent events in my life, there are many coincidences that occur. For example, someone was shot by a gun that was accidentally fired.
Who is Kit Snicket?
Kit Snicket is someone very dear to my siblings and I. Although we don't know exactly who she is, we know that she is a member of VFD. We tried to get in a deep conversation with her, but she had to leave before she got in trouble.
What does the clock say when it strikes the hour?
The clock says wrong when it strikes the hour. My siblings and I like this and don't like it. We like it because it makes us think back on all the wrong things that we did that day. And we also don't like it because it reminds us how bad we did and how not close we are to the mystery solving.
What is the name of the third denouement triplet?
The name of the third denouement triplet is Dewey Denouement. He's an active member of VFD, and his work is found in an underground storage room in the pond next to the Hotel Denouement.
What are the names of Dewey's two brothers?
The names of Dewey's two brothers are Frank and Ernest. Frank is the good one, who is an active member of VFD also, when Ernest is the bad one who works for Count Olaf. They're both identical, and me and my siblings and I also have trouble identifying who is who. We have to put all our brains together to think who is who.
What was the most recent contraption you had to design to escape the fire?
My siblings and I were on the roof of Hotel Denouement with Count Olaf in a boat, sitting on top of the pool. My recent contraption I had to make was a drag chute that was on the end of the boat that helps us go from the top of the building down to the lake below. Me and my siblings ended up trapped with Count Olaf because we didn't want to die from the fire.
Where did you and Count Olaf meet?
We met at the Ezra's elevator, which is this abandoned elevator where the Baudelaires used to live on 667 Dark Avenue. And I was married to this totally not in man named Jerome Squalor, and he was so nice. And nice people aren't in at all. Count Olaf tried to, capture the kid's fortune, all that other stuff. And I just fell in love with him because at that time, evil is so in, so in.
What What were you wearing during your stay at the hotel?
Oh, I was wearing a lettuce bikini because that is so in right now. I was with my hubby, Ken Olive, and my darling daughter, Carmelita Spatz, who is also as in as I am.
While performing her duties as a concierge, what was Violet forced to bring Carmelita and you?
Well, Violet was forced to bring us a harpoon gun because we were on the top roof of the Hotel de Naumann at the sunbathing salon that me and my lovely daughter loved to be in. She brought us a harpoon gun because my lovely daughter Carmelita wanted to be a superhero ball-playing pirate, and I, of course, want to serve every little need that she wants because, of course, that is in.
Out of the 3 judges of the High Court, how many of them were Count Olive's accomplices?
Well, 2 of them, along with Justice Strauss, who was a horrible and not in at all. We were with the man with a beard and no hair and a woman with hair but no beard. Now, I love them because they're as in as I am.
What happened in the trial of the Baudelaires?
Well, those disgusting and vile little children, who cares about them? But I'll tell you anyway. We were sitting next to my darling hubby who did absolutely nothing wrong. We were sitting in front of the judges, which I told you before, and everyone was wearing blindfolds because my hubby says justice is blind. So he kidnapped Justice Strauss and taking her to our lair, and everyone was convicting the Baudelaires to be guilty as charged, which is obviously true because they're the bad guys in this case. Anyway, they took off their blindfolds. Who takes off their blindfolds? It's against the rules, and that is so not in. So anyway, they go and follow my hubby all the way up to the rooftop, and I don't know what happened.